you believe him? Accusing us of lying to him?
But we did lie.
Yeah, but he didn't even ask. He just decided that we did something wrong. I can't believe he doesn't trust me.
Well, John isn't a trusting person.
I don't even understand this. You said anyone outside this spell wouldn't realize that time had changed.
It's not a perfect science.
But you said...
I was wrong. Just give it a rest.
Whoa, what has gotten into you?
Are you being serious?
What, Mala?
Are you so blind to getting what you want that you can't even see what you're doing? Goodness, for someone who's desperate not to be a vampire, you're sure good at it.
What are you talking about?
You attacked her, a spellcaster in her own home, in broad daylight.
Yeah, well, I had to. Your plan didn't work, and I had come up with something else, okay?
You could have killed her.
Well, I didn't. And besides, she would have killed me given the chance. She's a hunter.
You have an excuse for everything, don't you?
Yeah, well, I got the information, didn't I?
You have a name of a person whose bones are probably fertilizer for that godforsaken jungle.
It's a lead.
To what? I could have died. Do you even care?
Don't be so dramatic, Mala. You're fine.
I am not fine. I feel like just forget it.
Where are you going?
Home. I'm so done.
Hello Southies, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new, my name is Ceci, and as you can see, we are back here in the beautiful world of Glimmerbrook with Angie and John. It is raining, which is basically the mood. As you saw at the beginning of the video, the little argument between Angelique and Mala, and I want to go ahead and give a quick thank you and shout out to one of my good friends in the Twitter sphere here on YouTube, content creator Star Shuz. I have all of her stuff linked down in the description below. She's an amazing content creator. She's funny, and her videos are always so entertaining, and she's so creative. So please go check her out. I'm so grateful. Follow her on Twitter. She's probably one of the first people that I kind of became friends with in the internet world and content creator world, and she's really encouraging and always helpful and just really great. So thank you so much again, Star, for helping me with that. I was nervous, but she said yes as soon as I asked and told her what I wanted to do. But yeah, so we are back here at the house. John is feeling inspired. I think when he gets mad and he gets angry, it does something to his spirit, and it makes him, well, I say that. I'm going to scrap this painting, and we're going to paint something else. Okay. But Miss Angie, she was feeling upset about the fight that she had with Mala. I want to see, did their friendship go down any? A little bit. Not crazy. They do have, I think they did have, thought that they had a bad sentiment, but I guess that didn't occur. But yeah, I think right now she's feeling confident because she has a lead. And though it's a small lead, she's excited about it. And she is ready to figure out this cure. She does have aspiration to become a master vampire. We're not really going to do anything with that right now because I think for right now, we'll just leave this aspiration. Maybe eventually she'll get on board with this whole being a vampire thing. But for right now, that's not what she wants to do. I know she has these little freakouts and it really upsets her, but it's just the nature of it. She's still brand new. Still a brand new vampire. Yeah, there's really nothing that she could do about that. So it is early Monday morning. Angelique really wants to go meet with Daniela and tell her what all she has found. And considering that, oh, that's really pretty. Considering that John isn't really talking to her right now, I think that it's okay for her to just go ahead and go. It's super early, but he's like super angry. It's also super rainy. Can't even find the realm of magic. But let's see if she can go. I think she can go without Mala. Okay, so here she is. Oh, and Danielle, it's like she knew she was coming. So let's go ahead. Let's share the gossip. Of course, again, it's extremely unsettling for a vampire to be here. So she's happy to see her. This Sage of Magic is not happy to see her here. So Angelique has been telling Daniela about the whole blood spell. She's been telling her, or the bloodbound spell. She's been telling her about Mia Salazar. And all of this information is really shocking to Daniela because bloodbound spells are forbidden spells, but she has no idea who the original spellcaster family was, or the spellcaster that created the original spell or created the spell. And so she's like, that makes sense though, because their names probably would have been struck from the record. And this Mia Salazar, if she was a spellcaster, her family's name would also have been struck from the record. So that means that those names, they're not available to her. Daniela doesn't have any access to them. She can't find out who their original spellcaster was because their name was completely erased. Their family history was completely erased. In the spellcaster world, they no longer exist. So there are two kind of sort of ways that you can kind of be banished from the spellcaster community, the collective, the magical collective. And one is, I guess you could say, like a soft ban, sort of what Hiergo's family went through, to where they don't have access to magic, but they are not banished, if that makes sense. Like they haven't been stripped. They still have magical powers. They just don't have access to spells or anything like that. And then there is being stripped of magic, having your name being struck from the records books as if your family never even existed, which is what Mala's family had gone through. Her family was completely struck from the records. Her family's name, or her family, was stripped of magic. And so she's going to kind of ask her that question about Mala. You know, she's going to say, is that what happened with Mala's family? And Daniela's like, yeah, that's what happened to Mala's family. And Angelique's like, well, I don't understand. How does Mala have magic if her family was stripped of magic and her family's name struck from the record books? And this is something that Daniela doesn't know. Daniela is relatively new magical sage, and there's a lot of things that she still doesn't have access to, unlike the other sages. And she's kind of a follow orders type of person. See, being here with Angelique is a little bit of rebellion for her. So yeah, oh gosh, someone is a little bit thirsty. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to leave. Okay, so John is just here at home. He's exercising. Angelique is feeling confident. She's got some new information in regards to Mia Salazar. She knows now that there's really no way that she can find out any information, at least through spellcaster's means. So she's feeling a little bit sad. She's feeling really hurt, and I still think this is because of John, because of the fight that they had. Let's drink some more plasma. As you can see, he's also being a little bit standoffish. He hasn't acknowledged her presence at all. Let's see, he's also, I think, thirsty as well. So once he's done, and this is making her so sad. So number one, her best friend is mad at her. John is mad at her. And we're going to go cry it out because she's just really upset. John doesn't really know what to do. I think he would love to reach out to Roderick right now and figure out how to handle this. And I think Roderick's going to say, you just need to go talk to her. You need to talk to her about what's going on. He's like, remember those times when we sat down and we would have conversations about everything that's going on? Just get her to be honest. She's got to be able to trust you. You're her creator. You are the safest place for her to be, you know. And Roderick is saying these things with zero judgment. He seemingly in this conversation seems to be having no real opinion about the situation, which is very kind of new for Roderick. It's new for Roderick because Roderick usually is always opinionated about what goes on with everyone, including John, and he always seems to have an agenda for everything. But this conversation was probably one of the first times where it didn't really seem like he had that much of an agenda, much of an opinion. So Angelique just had a really good sleep. She's had a good sleep. She's feeling a lot better. She's feeling fine. And let's see, what if her wins? Have a water balloon fight? Absolutely not. Play a mud puddle? No, thank you. Win a game of chess. We could try to do that because I think what she would like to do is go downstairs and talk to John. And I think that John would like to talk to her. Let's see, let's go downstairs and we're going to be nonchalant about it. First, we're just going to ask him about his day. Hey, John, how was your day today? Oh, they're hugging it out. They seem to be trying to do a little better, and they're sitting here having a seat. Oh, she actually sat down in this chair. How was your day? Yeah, my day was great. And oh, why is she so angry? I think she's angry because of the fight that they had. But let's calm down. Let's relax. Let's have a deep conversation. And number one conversation or thing in the conversation, Angelique is going to confess, John, you were right. We did use a time spell. I've been in Silver Dorada for the last 3 days. And John is like, I'm sorry, what now? And she's like, yes, I've been in Silver Dorada. And we'll just explain to him why we were there. And first things first, we're going to confess, John, I don't want to be a vampire. We're going to be broody about being a vampire. And John is a little bit hurt about that because... And, you know, I think he gets it, but also he's hurt about it because he changed her to save her life. So it is a little bit upsetting, and she's kind of getting angry about the whole concept. But she's like, I miss my family. I miss life in the sun. I know that I was dying, but I missed my life. I had control. I was able to decide about what I wanted to do with my life, and I feel like those choices were completely taken away from me. And John's like, I understand. I lived a life for a very long time where I didn't have any control to. She still keeps getting angry. It's okay. Like, she's like, I miss food. She's like telling everything that she misses from her life before. No, we're not gonna be mean to John. We're getting over it. Come on here. You gotta get her back in a good mood. Give her compliments. Like, look, I know that things have been hard. I completely understand. I see how much you have worked, and I'm sorry. I wish that things could have been different. I wish that I could have figured out or helped your father in a different way. This was the only way that I knew how to help, or the only thing I knew what to do. And he's like, your father was threatening my entire world. He was threatening to out me to everyone. And this was the only thing that I knew how to prevent that from happening. And Angelique didn't know that, so of course she's like, well, that sucks that my father basically blackmailed you into saving my life. And he's like, yeah, but you know, I'm over it. It was 10 years ago. You know, for him, like it was 10 years ago. Even though 10 years for John is like a blink. It's like a year. It's like a blink of an eye for him. But yeah, he's a little bit gloomy about it. And so she's going to ask John to help her. Will you please help me in figuring out a cure? I know that this life is a good life. Obviously, I've met some really great people, but this isn't. I want to eat food again. I want to live a human life, even if that means dying. And he's like, if you're not a vampire, then you'll end up. You could, your disease is still in your bloodstream. It'll come back. You'll end up dying. She's like, I don't care. I want to die on my own terms. I want to live on my own terms. I want to play video games. I want to do all of those things that I did before. And I think that John, though reluctant and though sad, he hasn't eaten food in almost 400 years. He doesn't remember. I think he's going to try to help her. And I think he knows a way. So he's going to do a little digging, going to do a little research. Who's that girl in the background? and he's gonna try to help her. Okay, so it's roughly 6 p.m. and Angelique hasn't heard back from Mala at all. Mala has not responded to her text, and that is a bit upsetting. So I think, let's see, is it dark enough? It's probably dark enough for her to go and just go meet with Mala. Like I said, she has a few of Mala's books that she wants to bring to her that she had on the trip. So let's go to Mala. Let's go see if we can try to make amends. Okay, so here we have, everybody seems to be outside. It's kind of weird. Let's go ahead. Let's go apologize to Mala. Like, look. Oh, and they're hugging. Mala's missed her too. She's like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You're totally right. Everything that happened. Mala's just like, all the things that we went through, everything that we've been through. She's like, you were so right. I just miss my life how it was before, and I'm so incredibly sorry for everything that I did. Like, we're trying to have a moment, Jarvis, okay? I need you to, like, back off, please. She is her number one best friend, and the only reason that this life so far has been bearable is because of Mala. And so yeah, I think they're definitely back on track, but Angelique does have something that she wants to know. She wants to know more about Mala's family and what brought her to becoming or gaining back her spellcaster powers, because she knows that Mala's family was struck from the record. They were stripped of magic. So how does Mala have magic? And I think that Mala is definitely willing to talk to her about that, but it is a really long conversation, and one that she's definitely kind of worried to talk about. But I think that will definitely help them, but we will definitely save that for the next episode. Let's see, they did gain, well, they're adoring. I think they've gotten rid of the sort of bad feelings between each other, that they are in a better place now. They're happy, they're besties again, so that's great. See, yeah, they have adoring sentiments about each other, which is good. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to end this part here. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by way of pressing the like button. Comment down below your thoughts on the story so far. I would love to hear them. And if you haven't already and you want to see more content from me, please subscribe. I try to post every week, and I would love to have you become a part of the Southie family. As always, my name is Ceci, and I promise never to break your game. Bye.